Oh, shit, man. I think, man, shit. What's wrong with this damn band? Man! Y'all on that shit again? What I tell y'all all the time, man? Y'all need to leave that shit alone, man. You know what I'm saying? At least for rehearsal. It's the Newburgh Brass Band and Big Heavy. We got something for you. The real deal. No, I don't want to test it. I want the real deal. Come on, man. Yeah. New bird in the house, y'all. Talking about leave that shit alone. All you crackhead, heroin addicts, selling your shit, not buying your babies nothing, not feeding yourself, sucking dick for dollars. You need to leave that shit alone. What I said, smoking that shit, but you better get your mind right. What I said, smoking that shit, but you better get your mind right. What I said, smoking that shit, but you better get your mind right. Know what you need to do? You ought to leave that shit alone. You need to leave that pipe alone. You better leave that needle alone. You need to leave that shit alone. You better leave that shit alone. You need to leave that shit alone. You need to leave that shit alone. You need to leave that crack alone. Bang! Kick it! Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You need, that's what you need. Need to leave that shit alone. Check it out. Leave that crack alone. You need to leave that heroin alone. You need to leave that shit alone. You need to leave that shit alone. Every day when you come home, wanna fuck with that shit all day, all night. Need to leave that shit alone. Talking that shit, but you better get your mind right. Smoking that shit, but you better get your mind right. Talking that shit. Smoking that shit, but you better get your mind right. You need to leave that crack alone. You need to leave that heroin alone. You need to leave that shit alone. When you start selling your TVs, giving away your furniture, selling your clothes, borrowing Pampers, leave that shit alone. Sometimes you don't. You want to get high, but your money don't. You need to stop scoring and talking about give me credit. Talking about I'll suck your dick for $1. I don't think so. You need to leave that shit alone. I mean, you need to stop selling your food stamps for that shit. Stop selling your clothes for that shit. Stop fucking for the shit, okay? What you need to do is leave that shit alone for me. Now I'm going to give me a drink. Coca-Cola, of course. Bam! Play it for a while. shit alone. You need to leave that shit alone. You need to leave that crack alone. You need to think. You need to leave that shit alone. Would you please do it for me? Do it for your fucking kids, you know what I'm saying? And today's Jeopardy question is, what would you do for a hit of crack? I'll suck your dick for $1. I'll sell you my TV for 10. Please, leave that shit alone for me. Come on, y'all. Leave that shit alone. Would you leave that shit alone? Could you leave that shit alone? For the children, yeah. For your mama, yeah. For your children, yeah. For yourself. Leave that shit alone for me, please. It's Newbert, Big Heavy. You might say I'm preaching to you, but we got a future to look forward to, and you need to leave that shit alone. Peace for the 959-697 and forevermore. Leave that shit alone. Go ahead and give me a drink.